but you're going to notice that this is going to start to vibrate. So what this wants you to do is to begin to flex your muscles. Okay, ladies, whether you're looking to repair your pelvic floor or strengthen it, I think you are going to love this EMS machine. This does use the electronic muscle stimulation, and the way that this works is very similar to a TENS machine if you've ever used one of those before. I'm going to quickly walk through everything so that you understand the proper way to use this. But the first and most important thing is that you're going to get two different probes. Automatically, we would think that we want to put in the smallest one. However, if you're just starting out, the company does recommend that you put in the biggest one. It might be a little bit difficult for your muscles to actually reach the smaller one to begin with, so you're probably going to want to work your way up. The company also recommends that you use a lubricant on this in order to be able to place things in. I would not recommend to overdo it because you want things to stay in place once they are in. Now, the first thing that you get are the two different probes. Each have the same exact attachment, so you can go ahead and then start with the one that you want to work with the first. For the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to use this one. That way I can show you what these attachments are for. Now, before you go to put this in, we can actually add this attachment here. The reason you would want to have this is so that you can see and gauge what the stimulation actually looks like in addition to the way that it feels. So you're just going to snap this portion on right here. Then we can come over here to this attachment and then just place it on just like this. That way, once everything is in and you see the stimulation, you're going to be able to see this as a little bit of a gauge. Now, I told you this is similar to a TENS machine, so this is also universal when it comes to the operation. If you're wondering what this cable is for, that's because if you did want to get some little attachment pads right here and then use it for other areas of your body, then you can definitely do that with those little pads. You would just need to get those ones separately. You get a charging cable as well as the block. I love it that the company included this because most companies don't anymore. This is going to take about 4 hours to charge, and then depending on the setting that you're using, you have about 3 to 4 hours of total use time with this. The company does recommend that you start out very low and then work your way up, and then they say that you can use this 1 to 2 times per day, but if you're going to use it 2 times per day, just make sure that you're not doing it back to back. Now, this is the type of thing that you do use on contact. I am going to explain what I mean. We have the power button right here. We can long press on this in order to turn things on. We have 6 different modes that we can sift through. So you can go ahead and then just press on this button in order to be able to cycle through them all. Now, if you were to just press on this button right here, it's going to give you that X. And that's because this is the type of thing that you need to have in order to actually be able to activate everything. We can go ahead and then choose the intensity level just by pressing on this button right here. Right now, I can feel that stimulation. However, you can make the adjustments depending on how intense you want things to be with the intensity level here. But you're going to notice that this is going to start to vibrate. So what this wants you to do is to begin to flex your muscles as things are vibrating. This is going to help with that intensity, just to help to build and strengthen that Kegel muscle. That's exactly why you wanted this in the first place. So you're just going to follow the motion of this. It's really nice that this has the sensor on here to tell you when to start flexing and when to start relaxing, which is this one right here. Now, the company does give you a guide to indicate how long you should be using this for each day, just depending on what you're looking for and where you're at right now. And again, just remember that when it vibrates like this, that means that it's time to put in the work and to start to flex. I would recommend that you're in a very relaxed position while you're using this. And the whole point of having this is so that you can gauge the intensity of things, and you are going to be able to see this move when you are using it properly. When you want to turn this off, you can just long press on the power button right here. I love this so much. I'm really glad that the company sent me this to try, and hopefully this helps.